If your pivot table refuses to group dates by month, it usually means Excel does not believe those values are real dates. And until you fix that, every report you build will feel harder than it should. In this video, you'll learn the exact checks that reveal what's wrong and the fastest fixes that make grouping work again. We'll start with the most common cause, dates stored as text. Then we'll cover hidden blanks, mixed data types, and even the sneaky case where a single bad value breaks grouping for the entire field. I'll also show you how to confirm your fix before you rebuild the pivot table, so you don't waste time guessing. By the end, you'll have a simple troubleshooting order you can reuse on any workbook. Let's make your dates behave like dates, so months and quarters group cleanly every time. Next step. Before fixing anything, it helps to know what a real date is in Excel. Excel stores a date as a serial number, like 45292, and then formats it to look like 1/15/2024. Grouping works because Excel can calculate month and year from that number. Text that looks like a date is different. It might be left aligned, it might not change when you switch formats, and it might not sort correctly. Another clue is filtering. Real dates often show a date hierarchy in filters, like years and months. Text dates just list individual values. So the core problem is not the pivot table feature. It's the underlying data type in the source column. Once you understand that, the troubleshooting becomes straightforward. Confirm whether the column is numeric dates, then remove anything that prevents Excel from treating the whole field consistently. Next step. Now let's diagnose the source column quickly. Pick a few cells in your date column and do 3 checks. First, change the number format to general. If you see a number like 45292, that's a real date. If you still see something like 1/15/2024, it's probably text. Second, use IS text on a sample cell. If it returns true, grouping will likely fail. Third, try adding 0 to a cell in a helper column, like equals A2 plus 0. Real dates will stay as numbers. Text dates will often turn into an error or remain unchanged. These quick tests tell you which fix to apply. And they also prevent the common mistake of rebuilding the pivot table over and over when the source data is the real issue. Next step. The number 1 fix is converting text dates into real dates. If your dates are consistent, the simplest method is the text to columns trick. Select the date column, run text to columns, choose delimited, then leave delimiters off. And in the final step, choose date with the correct order, like MDY or DMY. Finish, and Excel reinterprets the text as actual dates. If you're on a newer Excel version, you can also use date value in a helper column. That converts a text date into a date serial number, but it depends on your regional settings. After conversion, copy the helper results and paste values back into the original date column. The key is to end with a single column of true numeric dates, not a mix of formulas and text. Next step. Sometimes the dates are real, but grouping still fails because of blanks, errors, or non-date entries hiding in the column. Pivot tables are sensitive to that. One empty cell might be fine, but a mix of blanks, text like TBD, and error values can stop grouping entirely. The fix is to standardize what missing means. If a date is unknown, decide whether you want it blank, or a placeholder date, or a separate status column. In many reporting setups, the cleanest option is to keep the date column strictly dates or blanks, and move statuses like TBD into another field. Also check for error values like #NA from lookups. Replace them with blanks or valid dates. Once the column contains only real dates and true blanks, grouping usually returns immediately after a refresh. Next step. Another sneaky issue is invisible characters and extra spaces. A date like 1/15/2024 with a trailing space is not a date anymore. It's text. This often happens when data comes from exports, web systems, or copied emails. The fix is to clean the text before converting it. Use trim to remove extra spaces, and clean to remove non-printing characters. In a helper column, you can combine them, like date value of trim of clean of A2, if the result is still a recognizable date string. Then, paste values back. If your data includes apostrophes at the start, those also force text. Removing them and reconverting usually solves it. This sounds minor, but it's a common reason grouping fails even when the dates look perfect at first glance. Next step. Let's talk about mixed date formats and locale problems. If some rows are in MMDDDDYYY and others are in DDMMYYY, Excel may interpret part of the column incorrectly. You can end up with a mix of true dates and text, or worse, true dates that represent the wrong day and month. The safest approach is to normalize using separate year, month, and day components, then rebuild the date with the date function. For example, extract the year, month, and day into helper columns using left, mid, right, or text split, depending on your structure. Then create a new date with date, year, month, day. This forces a consistent, unambiguous date serial number. After that, replace the original date column with the normalized values. It's extra work, but it prevents silent misinterpretation, which is more dangerous than a pivot table error. Next step. If you're using Power Query, the fix can be even cleaner because you can enforce data types before the pivot table ever sees the data. In Power Query, set the column data type explicitly to date. If the type conversion produces errors, that's your signal that some rows are not valid dates. Filter to the error rows and inspect what's different. Often it's a stray word, an empty string, or a different pattern. Then clean it in the query, for example by replacing values, trimming white space, or parsing with a locale setting. Once the query outputs a true date type column, load it back to Excel and build the pivot table from that table. The big advantage is repeatability. When new data arrives, the same steps run again, and grouping keeps working without manual cleanup. Next step. Once the source is fixed, you still need to refresh correctly. Pivot tables cache data, so they don't always reflect changes until you refresh. Use refresh on the pivot table, or refresh all, if the data comes from a query or external connection. If grouping was attempted while the data was messy, Excel can also keep a memory of the old field behavior. In that case, try removing the date field from the pivot table, refresh, then add it back and group again. If it still refuses, create a fresh pivot table from the clean source. That sounds drastic, but it's often faster than fighting a corrupted cache. Also confirm the source range is correct. If your pivot table source includes extra rows with stray text below the table, that can break grouping too. Using an Excel table as the source reduces that risk. Next step. Now, when grouping works, you'll want to choose the right grouping level. Months are common, but you can also group by years, quarters, and even days. A practical approach is to group by years and months together, so January values from different years don't mix. If you need fiscal months or a custom calendar, grouping might not match your business logic. In that case, create helper columns in the source data, like year, month number, month name, quarter, or fiscal period, and use those fields instead of pivot grouping. Helper columns are also more controllable for sorting. For example, month name alone sorts alphabetically, but month number sorts correctly. This is a good mindset shift. Pivot grouping is convenient, but source fields are more reliable when you need consistency across multiple reports. Next step. Let's finish with a simple troubleshooting order you can reuse. Step 1. Confirm whether the date column is numeric dates or text using the general format test. Step 2. Scan for non-date entries, blanks, errors, words, and stray characters. Step 3. Convert cleanly using text to columns, date value, or a normalized date build if formats are mixed. Step 4. Refresh the pivot table, and if needed, rebuild it from a clean Excel table source. And Step 5. If you frequently report by month, consider adding year and month helper columns so you're not dependent on grouping at all. That workflow solves the vast majority of can't group dates cases without guesswork. If you want, I can also cover edge cases like timestamps, date time values, and grouping by weeks in a follow-up. Next step. Before you go, here's a quick question that helps tailor the next tutorial. Do you prefer fixing date issues with Power Query or directly in the worksheet with formulas and text to columns? Comment with A for Power Query or B for worksheet fixes. And if you want more Excel troubleshooting guides like this, clear, practical, and focused, make sure to subscribe. Small tweaks compound into massive performance gains. Subscribe to catch the next workflow optimization.